Merry Christmas, Meth.
Merry Christmas.
Hey, quick request. Do you remember last time we had the Buffalo guys on and you fucked it all up?
Eat shit.
Can you not do that this time? Because of what you've done. You scared off Nick, so it's just Kevin.
12 days and
12
balls.
days. God damn it, Meth. Let me say it. Come on, man. Well, for those who haven't heard the previous episode with the Buffalo Pinball guys on, let's give you a quick recap on how Meth screwed all that up. Hello and welcome to episode 12 of the Pinball Party Podcast. We have a fantastic show for you today. We have the Buffalo Pinball guys here. So without further ado, Meth, bring in our guests. Hey, what the fuck? Yo, Meth, what? Is that a goddamn buffalo?
Yes.
In the fucking house?
Yes.
Meth!
What?
You fucking idiot, what'd you do?
What?
Get down! Oh, shit!
Oh, fuck. Eat my lasers, you hairy fuck.
Yeah, get him, Meth! Oh, yeah! Yeah!
Die.
Watch out!
Die.
Fuck yeah, you got him!
I got him good.
Oh,
For the podcast.
for the podcast. So please, Meth, just don't try to help. All right, let's just get to it. On the seventh day of falls, pinball gave to me. Buffalo Pinball, Kevin Shippick, David Dennis Hill, and Rachel Best. Dodge Pinball Podcast, show from Triple Drain, one half of Meth, and the shoe man, Zach Manne. Merry Christmas to Kevin from the, Brody Even Talk Pinball, Buffalo. You've been on the show before. Hey, man, how you doing?
What's going on? Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays.
Thank you. Not a lot going on other than doing these 12 days of balls, and thank you for being so accommodating. I know I reached out, I was like, hey, can you record like now or like very soon and do this? Because this is chaotic and dumb that I'm doing this. So thank you very much for joining.
Sure, what the heck? Let's talk.
Some of this is pinball related, some of it not, but I have some questions. And to kick it off with, very specific pinball question. Do you believe in aliens?
Yes. Yeah, you want yes or no answers? Do you want
you can keep going. Either, man. If you got more to it.
Yeah, I just feel like the universe is so big. There's got to be some out there.
Yeah. Do you believe in ghosts?
No.
Yeah.
It's not.
The closest.
we're done. It's over. That's it.
Yeah. Thanks for the show. See you later. The closest we had is like I don't really either per se, but I like hearing the stories of people like, oh yeah, I walked in the kitchen and I saw this dead man floating. Like, and I like to kind of get freaked out, even though it's not whatever. But Kayla had this really interesting story. For anyone listening, you already listened. Go back and listen to. Or wait, are you after or before? Scheduling wise, you
whatever.
Figure it out. Yeah, it's in there. He has a funny story about a hotel and some water. But on pinball, and for those who don't know, you guys do the Buffalo, the whole. I mean, it's under the moniker of Buffalo Pinball, but Brody Even Talk Pinball, one of my favorite pinball podcasts. In fact, I just paused it. I'm like halfway through your last one to record this with you. You were just talking about the GTF Signature Edition.
Oh my goodness, dude.
What a joke.
I saw that video and I was like, they're trying to sell this as an investment. I can't even handle this. I can't handle it. So I was like, we have to do a breakdown of this on the show. So
what? All right. So I got to the point where they're just talking about the powder coated armor and the Titan flipper bands, and then the kid was saying something about some toy that light reflects off the field, and I was just
yeah. So they're launching the signature edition pinball machine, and all of the perks that they're giving are things that you could just buy on their store for $20. So you get this glass for $20, or you can buy a banner that's $100. You can get powder coated armor. Okay, that's cool. If you really like that color, just get your armor powder coated that color. I was like, but the signature's on the apron. I guess that's a thing you can't get somewhere else. But where's the value? And there's a hologram sticker that they put on there. I don't see it. Man.
What's the price? Do they say in there?
It's a call for pricing price.
Oh,
so
$5.
Exactly. I will give you $5 for this.
Actually, that'd be a funny. I wonder if you'd have to get permission, but record it and call them and just off lowball them big time. I'll give you $2,000.
How many of these you got sitting in your warehouse?
Yeah, I'll take them all. $50. I'll take them off your hand. But in the opposite of that, what was your favorite pinball thing this year in 2023? Could be game, rules.
Personally, I got to go and hang with Scott Denisi at the Multimorphic headquarters and play Final Resistance, and that was pretty amazing.
I saw one of your streams, and then that was I think that was lead up to TPF. Is that right? Is that early in the year?
Yeah, it was right before TPF. Yeah.
Yeah, and I haven't played the game. You have a P3, right? Do you have the game? I don't even remember. Did they make it? Yeah.
They're building them, shipping them. Yeah, lots of people have gotten them already. I got mine a couple months ago. I was one of the first off the line. So yeah, it's awesome. Like it's everything I want in a Scott Denisi game, and it's built by Multimorphic, which I appreciate.
Right.
As opposed to his other pinball machines.
Spooky, man. And you guys were talking about that as well. Like the themes they're doing pretty good with the themes, but like it's fool me once, spooky.
It's like I hate to I understand there's a lot of effort and people put a lot of time and money and passion into these pinball machines. So it's hard to crap on somebody's hard work. Like I don't want to yuck your yum, you know what I mean? But it's also like if there's a repeating pattern and there's an issue, I think it's fair to call that out too. You know what I mean? Right. So they're doing something similar that they did with Ultraman and Halloween, right? Where they're doing two pinball machines at the same time. Last time they did that, the code it took a lot of time for the code to get where it needed to be. I'll give them credit. Like it looks like they're doing two separate development teams on these games. And it sounds like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre has been in development for a long time. So, but it's with the market the way it is right now and used machines, you don't have to rush out and buy these games right away. Like play the game. If it's great and you love it, buy it. But just we can take a wait and see approach, which I'm glad about. I'm glad the kind of like insanity of COVID is over, where everybody was just buying everything that comes out before they had a chance to play it, and then the used games were more expensive than the new games, and that kind of like was just driving this insane cycle that was not sustainable. So things have chilled out a little bit. We get a chance to enjoy the machines, see if it's for you, and buy it. And then even if you miss out on a brand new in box, chances are you're going to be able to get a used one less than new in box, which is awesome.
Yeah, and for those who hopped in during COVID, that's the norm of like you should be able to get a used game cheaper than new. Right. I mean,
yes.
And fear missing out was like a stranglehold for at least a year on everyone. Of like people were spending $3,000 over MSRP on like Stern premiums just to be able to play Deadpool.
And I remember Ghostbusters prices went like through the roof. It was insane.
Yes.
And when I had mine, people couldn't wait to get rid of that game. Everybody hated that game, and then everybody decided they loved it. So it was crazy.
Or like one of your games in the background, Tron. Like during COVID, that was going for like 11, 12 grand.
Yeah,
for a Tron Pro.
And
those new were what, 5, 4.5?
5-ish. Yeah, I bought mine. Mine was home use only, so I bought it secondhand. It was like $5,500.
As someone who's owned it that long, does it hold up?
It does. Well, it's like my dream theme. Like I'm a super nerd for Tron, so I'm never going to sell it. But it's also it's one of those games that's in the vein of Iron Man. I think you're a past Iron Man owner, right?
Yeah.
So it's in that same kind of like that sort of rule set. So it's one of those things where it doesn't take a long time to get to the end. But it's always kind of like it's got the carrot like right out there, and every once in a while you can grab it. Yeah. And otherwise it's just kicking your butt, which I appreciate.
How often do you think you play Tron these days? Like once a week, once a month?
Yeah, a couple times a month, probably.
Yeah.
I've got I think 9 games, so yeah, it varies.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your favorite thing this year was the whole Final Resistance thing with Scott, which was awesome. I gotta play that game. I wish. Yeah. That's the thing about P3, at least in Wisconsin, where there's not a lot around, and that's not something that I could like easily find on the used market, especially because it's like a bundle thing. You gotta get the P3 and then plus the game, and then it seems like most people on Pinside are trying to sell like the whole kit and caboodle at once for like 20 grand, and like I just want Final Resistance and maybe Cosmic Cart. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a lot to shell out up front, but that's awesome. Like once you have it and then Final Resistance comes out, you could just get it for a couple grand, which is awesome, right? Yeah. It's like that initial investment you got to jump in on.
What's that one? I forget what it's called. It's kind of a more arcadey one, like a roguelike, where I think you were streaming it where like
Dungeon Door Defender?
Yeah.
Yeah.
what is the play field for that one? What is it? Because
It works on Heist.
Heist, okay. And
Because you're defending the dungeon door, and Heist has the prison door.
Sure.
Yeah.
And do you have Heist, the module?
Yeah. I have them all except for Cannon Lagoon.
Out of all the games I've seen from them, that has been the game that, to me, I don't know why that game specifically, it's like, that's exactly up my alley.
That was the game that got me to buy in. I was like, I had a loaner. They sent me, what was it, like 2017, 2016, something like that. They sent me a loaner game to stream for a while, and then I sent it back. And then during COVID, they released Heist, and I was like, man, I should just buy one of these because I want them. I knew, like, from borrowing it, I was like, this is really awesome. I need to just own one of these. And then Heist was the game where I was like, all right, I'm going to jump in because it looked really cool. And I'm glad I did, because I've been all in since then. It's been great.
I have a few more questions, but I gotta just ask one more thing about the P3. Yeah. When you're gonna, because you're like one of the most, you just have a lot of experience with it. And I'm talking to people like, when you are gonna change a module, how long does it take, you think, roughly?
So there's a video of me doing this on our YouTube channel. So if you go to the Buffalo Pinball YouTube channel, and the video is like a minute and a half. And that includes me messing around with streaming gear because I was doing it during a stream. So
a minute and a half?
Yeah. And most of that time is taking the glass off and getting the game into service position. Once you have it in the service position, there's 3 connectors you disconnect, pull the module out.
Yeah.
Well, 3 connectors and 2 little latches on the side. Pull it out, dump the balls into the trough, put the new thing in, lock it down, slide it back in, and you're done.
Okay. I have so many questions, but all right, so move on. What is your favorite quote unquote real world monster? Like Sasquatch, Loch Ness Monster, Yeti,
good one,
Chupacabra.
No, I don't spend a lot of time thinking about monsters, but
yeah, me neither.
I guess the Yeti. Give me a good old Yeti.
A good Yeti. Okay.
Yeah.
What is your favorite curse word, and could you please enunciate it clearly?
There's so many to choose from.
I know. A lot of good ones. I think if Nick were here, he would say fuck.
He definitely would. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. It's context dependent for me. Like if I'm playing pinball and I get really mad, a big old fuck's going to come out. But if it's, if I'm less passionate and not feeling it as much, there's a good shit in there too.
Yeah.
So I like a good shit. For more reasons than one.
Yeah, right. Man,
and definitely everybody clip that part.
Yes. There's a little pause for you too, a little air on each side. The amount of terrible things I say when draining a ball, I'm thinking of like Walking Dead, getting to the horde mode, something where like just one shot away, it's all blinking. You got all the weapons except for one. It's like loaded and you miss it. Like the things I say I should be arrested for. Right, when you drain, it just comes out.
Walking Dead, like they should just like if you want all the curse words to come out, just play Walking Dead.
Yeah,
that'll make them all come out.
Yep. If you wouldn't mind, could you tell me something about yourself that you're proud of? That's a rough question, but
I don't know. I'm a dad.
Nice.
I think my kid's pretty cool, so proud of my son. How about that?
Hell yeah, man. How much you bench?
Oh, geez, I don't.
Okay, so 450 is the default answer. So we'll say 450 pounds. That's
8,000 pounds.
That's impressive. So initially, this 12 Days of Balls was going to be a Pinball Party Festivus thing, and I was going to have do this, with you and everyone else, and then make one large like 2.5 hour episode and do like grievance airs, feats of strength, all that. And I was like, well, that'll just be 3 hours of people bitching about Galactic Tank Force, Scooby Doo. It'll just be like negative. I don't think I want to listen to
bad vibes at the end of the year.
Yeah, but I need to have a little sprinkle of it. So can you please, either we can go to a couple questions and come back to this, air a pinball grievance of 2023. If you have one at the top of your mind, feel free to shoot it out.
All the awards nonsense that's going on right now. The awards are like pinball awards are dumb to begin with. Like, we've intentionally we're not going to waste our time on the podcast talking about this stuff. So I'll talk about it on yours.
Yeah, please.
So it's like annual awards for an industry that produces like a handful of things every year. and one company has far greater reach than everybody else. So chances are, if it's like a popularity contest, that's going to get the most votes because Stern's probably going to get the most votes because most people have played Stern's just for out of sheer numbers. And then you've got one or two other games that are probably not going to make the cut, and that's it. So it's dumb to begin with, and then you all have all this dumb drama going on, and people are. It's like, let's just be done with those. That would be my answer to that. No more awards. Everybody did great. High fives all around. We don't need to have an award show.
Yeah, here's my pinball awards. Probably Foo Fighters the best. Favorite podcast, actually, no offense to everyone else, probably Buffalo, or Brody even talks, sorry, the branding. And there we go. Awards over. So,
done.
What do you want for Christmas this year?
I like the travel. Travel's good. I've been thinking more less about like buying stuff and more about like experience things. So let's put less stuff in landfills and just spend more time with our friends and family, traveling, doing cool stuff, having experiences versus buying stuff for each other.
It's hard. I agree. And especially in pinball, when you think like one machine is a vacation for your whole family, like price wise.
Exactly. It's crazy.
So if you had, if I just gave you $20,000, which I won't because I don't have it, right. Where would you just suddenly, like you and your family go? Or maybe just you?
Probably Hawaii, because my son has been like, I don't know, for whatever reason, he was like, always wanted to go to Hawaii. I don't think it costs $20,000 to go to Hawaii, but it would be great. We could like live it up and just, stay in the best hotels and everything. So we'll do it someday. But yeah, not this year. He's a junior in high school right now. So we got college in our future and all that stuff. So
if I remember, I think when we were getting to know your balls the last episode, his favorite game was Pirates. Or was that your favorite game?
It's probably like, it's hard to pick a favorite single pinball machine for me. Like I have different games I like for different reasons. Like Tron and Pirates are probably up there. But then it's hard to deny Godzilla is an amazing game. And I really like Final Resistance. Dialed In is great. Addams Family is like my nostalgic favorite. So I have many, many favorites for different reasons.
This year, I guess of releases. Well, I mean, we had the beginning of the year, crazy, explosion of releases. What's your favorite game, of this year?
Of this year, probably Final Resistance. It's like Godfather's really good too, but I think Final Resistance wins out on like the overall experience. Because I tend to gravitate towards sci-fi themes, and I really like the cyberpunk theme. And I've always liked Total Nuclear Annihilation, but I felt like it was a little too linear for a home play keeper game. Like I love playing it competitively. I don't necessarily want to own it. And Final Resistance kind of hits that vibe, but brings more like stuff to do, different ways to approach it while you're playing. So I think that's going to be my pick for the year.
Okay. Yeah, and TNA, I owned it twice for the same reason. Like you get bored with it fast, and it's like I moved it on, and then was like, well, I want to play it again, but whatever. But that was that's been the hardest game for me to sell ever, surprisingly, because even
because people don't want to buy it.
Yeah, or because I think the second time I had it was the newer version. But I mean, when it came out, they were asking like something ridiculous, like 9,000 or something. But I think I bought it on the used market or traded with a buddy for like $8,000, and even selling it like 1,500 below was, I think I ended up selling it for 7.5. But it took like 2 months to sell a perfect condition, like under 100 plays TNA. So it's a tough one.
I think they pushed the price up too much on that. That was like 5,500 when they launched the first one, right?
Yeah, and that's what that game fits there. Like it's a
right. That feels like the right price.
Right, and not from a design or anything. Like I mean, it's or I should say, not from a big build quality or what Scott put into it. It's phenomenal, but it is a very simple, fast Iron Man type of game.
Right.
Even more linear.
And, they put extras into it for the CE version, but not like double the price.
No.
Bonus. It's like GTF version of the signature edition. It's like, those things are nice. I'm not going to pay that much extra for it. Sorry.
No. Powder coat and some plastics. Not to discount it, but I mean, when you're asking $4,000 extra, nah, bruh.
Yeah.
Last question. In 2024, what are you looking forward to the most in the world of pinball?
I I would say like less drama, but that's never going to happen. So,
Right. No.
Hopefully this is the year that Mark Seiden's pinball machine comes out from JJP. I'm really looking forward to seeing what he's been working on. So a brand new designer with the bill of materials that JJP allows their designers. Really curious to see what comes out of that. So
is there a rumor?
Hopefully this is the year.
Is there any rumors on the theme for him?
I have no idea. Everybody wants it to be Metroid because that was his homebrew that he used to build it on Twitch. I used to watch him make this game on Twitch. Like if there was nothing else going on, I was like, oh, let's see what's going on. Mark is building this game again, and it was really cool and innovative. So looking forward to what's coming out with him.
If American Pinball is thinking that Cuphead somehow is a good enough theme, then I think Metroid, if it comes to video game themes, would smash that. But I mean, Mario.
Nintendo is notoriously difficult to work with license-wise, so I doubt it's going to be that.
Well, I think I'm going to have Ken Cromwell on tomorrow. Well, whenever you're listening.
Just ask Ken what the theme is. He'll tell you.
I'm going to.
Yeah,
I'm going to ask him on the air. And then
ask him how Mark Seiden's Metroid game is coming along.
All right, Ken, get ready.
Listen for the answer. All right.
Yep. If he's listening, I'm talking to him tomorrow. That might air before this or after. Whatever. Time doesn't really matter. It's a good call. I really want JJP to... I mean, they put their heart and soul into games, and the last two, like theme-wise, I mean, just for the masses, I don't think was the right call.
I want JJP to do the Matrix. They need to do the Matrix.
Fucking A. Hell yeah. Please. If they do the Matrix or Harry Potter or Star Wars,
they're going to be making those for years.
Printing money. Yeah, they'll turn it around, but they have so much money to work with, anyways. It's probably
I think they're doing all right, but I just want them to have a runaway hit again, like they had with Guns N' Roses.
Yep, that and I mean, even like Wizard of Oz back then that game is still one of their most impressive, if not most. Could be.
It was packed. Other people came around on the other games too. I feel like Dialed In obviously got slammed when it came out because people were hung up on the quote unquote mom jeans or the phone theme or whatever.
Right.
It's like, dude, this is a Pat Lawler disaster theme game. It's amazing. And
it's a great game.
I stand by that. I love that game. And so it's funny now, and like on Facebook when people are like, what JJP should I get? Like 9 out of the 10 comments are like, you should get Dialed In. That's their best game. I was like, what have I been telling you people?
Yeah. Dialed In is probably the correct answer for sure.
Yeah, it's great.
Well, hey, Kevin, Merry Christmas. Thanks for joining. I hope you have happy holidays with the family. Hopefully you get to travel more. What do you guys got coming up soon on Buffalo or Brody Even Talk?
So you'll get to this since you're about halfway through the episode. Towards the end, I talk about how we're shifting the channel a little bit. So I had been, for like the past 9 years, I've been doing Monday nights on Buffalo streaming. I'm scaling that back a little bit between, life and new job. Like I got a promotion this year. Like I said, my son's going to college soon, and we're looking at colleges. So like time wise, things don't work out as much. And plus, it's like, after you do something for long enough, it's like let's try something else.
Yeah.
So it won't be on every Monday night anymore. But if I get a new game or whatever, I'll still stream it. And we're still going to do the podcast where we all get or the stream where we all get together and play different games. We're still going to do the podcast every month. We're also not doing the stream team thing anymore. So we had been doing, for years, we've had other, non-local Buffalo folks on the stream sharing their gameplay with everybody. So we're scaling that back too. So, but we do have a vision for the future of the channel. So if you're not subscribed to Buffalo Pinball on Twitch, do that. And if you are, leave your notifications on. And when the new stuff happens, you'll be there.
That's awesome. Yeah. And go check out Brody Even Talk Pinball on your, podcast thingy. It's phenomenal. All right. Happy New Year's.
Thanks, Jason. Thank you. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.